All right, part 3 of the Toro Curbfind. So I went ahead and ultrasonic cleaned the carb, and just as I was suspecting, I basically just went ahead and cleaned it really good. I just wanted to make sure to see if there's any issues with it, and there is. The carb itself, when I tried to basically just apply a light, like air to it, because right now, basically, obviously with the float, it would be halfway down, and it would let fuel in. When the actual float itself gets level, it should cut off fuel flow. When I just did a simple trick where you just basically put it upside down, you have a hose attached to the corner here, which is basically a feed line, and you blow air through it, you can actually kind of sense if it's getting past the seat, and in this case it is. Now I don't have a rebuild kit. I know they probably do have rebuild kits out there for replacing that gasket that's with that actual needle, basically to cut off the fuel flow. But what I found over the years is me trying to repair it or even using other ones is that once you have a leak, I always had a leak, so I just end up buying just a replacement carb. They're relatively not that expensive. I think the last time I did one was on actually the same type of engine. It was a Quantum, and I find that for the auto ones, the auto choke, I've had this happen already 2 or 3 times on the ones I found in the past, is that needle and seat will leak and then it'll just get fuel in there. Now I'm not saying that's a common concern, but it's one I've seen at least. This is probably like the 3rd time. So what I'll do is I'm going to put an order in for the actual new carb, and then once I get the new carb, I can have, part 4 of this. Hopefully I can get it soon, and I can basically just go ahead and put that in. The belt's going to be on its way, and I can get this to some kind of a working condition just so I know I can test it. But like for this video here, I'm just going to do like a light some work on it. Still, I'm still going to empty out all this oil. This does not need to be in here, this much oil, so I'm going to empty it all out. I just had to get the dipstick out of the way. So what I'll do here is I'll go ahead and just show how to quickly change the oil. This video is just going to be more or less just doing some quick maintenance on it. And what you'd want to do, grab it, tilt it over, try not to knock the camera over. Well, in this case I have a camera. Just tilt it over, and I'm just going to let all the oil out. And she's pouring out pretty good. And in the meantime, I tried to look up that bracket that I have for this particular lawnmower, and I cannot for the life of me find where this bracket, how it goes on for the belt. It's just a belt guide, more or less. But what I'll do is in the meantime, I might just check to see if maybe, hopefully the pulley's not missing on the front of it. I'll let this just drain out for a few minutes, and I'll just wait for the part. But I want to take off the belt guide just to see. It's basically just 2 10mm nuts right there and right there on the bottom. I just want to make sure it has the bracket, because if it doesn't have that bracket, that belt's going to skip even if I get it once I get a new belt, so that's going to be a problem. So what I'll do is I will quickly just see if I can get that off, so I can just test it, or actually see it, not really test it, but see it. I don't know if I'm going to need a longer piece for this, but I will see shortly here. 1 second. One second here. I had to grab something from the outside because it's starting to rain. trying to look to see if I have it, and I know I had it. Just looking for an extension piece, as well as just had to grab something from the outside. I actually cleaned the plastic on it. It's starting to just rain a little bit, so if it rains sideways, I might have to close the garage. I have the garage door open. I'm working in the garage, so small rain. So it's two 10mm bolts, and all I'm trying to do is just take the cover off. And I just want to inspect to make sure the bracket is at least there for the propel. Alright, that one looks to be a little loose, but okay. Alright, let me just check the oil. So I have to get it back on its front side. And yeah, all the oil came out, as you can see, for the most part. There may be a smidge in there, but you know what? If it's never been changed, or if there's fuel in it, at least they cleaned it out. I could always just, you know, obviously do a second oil change if I need to. So what I'll do too is I just want to make sure that it's all, for the most part, out, but I will refill it with some fresh oil shortly. So what we'll do is we'll just tip it back up on its side for a little bit. All right. Well, the cover should just come off when you have the two bolts holding it in. Just a slide-on cover. Okay, good. It still has the bracket. Luckily, I see it's been messed with a little bit, but it still has the bracket. So let me clean off this gunk, or less dry grass clippings. Curious. Oh no, this is like a quick test if you don't have a belt on these front propels. Let me just throw this grass out. So the good thing about testing these, if you don't have a belt on, like in this case I don't, I kind of just apply a little bit of tension, but what I'm doing is I'm spinning the actual transmission, and when you turn it kind of in a clockwise motion, you can see the front wheels are grabbing and they're actually propelling it forward. So that's good. So that basically means to me that the gears inside, they are engaging correctly once they grab. So luckily this has a bracket still, so this may actually work, because I don't have that bottom piece. There's like a cover that goes on it that basically grabs it. So the good thing is that just doing a quick look at it, it looks like the engagement lever I could always do adjustments to, so it goes up the side there into the handle. But so it looks like the transmission will work. It just more or less I got to find out once I actually have the transmission itself, because I can get the cover off and actually put the belt on, test it really good. But yeah, so this will just kind of have to wait. I know this is going to be a part 3 to this video, but nonetheless, I mean, sometimes these are easy, sometimes these are just not horrible, but there is a little bit more steps involved. And just in general, I feel like this year I've been finding stuff here and there, but it just needs a little bit more work than usual. Usually the belt's on it. I know sometimes they don't start, and that's the case, but the plug looks brand new. So I know he tried to do a tune-up on it. But if he tried to do a tune-up, and obviously in this case it was leaking fuel inside, that could cause also a hard start eventually, and plus they had a little bit of smoke on startup. Best bet is just to get a new carb for it. I'll find a copy. These are clone carbs, they're not that hard. And then once I get it, I can reattach everything and get it ready for the final video. I'm going to make this probably one more video. Just once I have everything together and I have all the parts attached, I can just do a final test on it and make sure everything's operating, and then hopefully put it up for sale. See if I can just sell it. So stay tuned. Hope you guys liked another quick contact. This is part 3. Sorry it didn't work out as quick as I thought it would. I was hoping the carb would be better, but carb just didn't pass the test, and I don't have another spare. I was like looking into my carb bin, but even my carb bin, I have parts, but it's just I don't have needles and seats. I'm not going to remove from some of those old ones that have been stuck in there for years. So thanks for watching. Keep up on the next one, and I hopefully will have this one ready in the next couple days. So thanks for watching, and take it easy.